and welcome back with us. I know you might be tired of seeing Pastor Mike and I. We seem to be all over the place right now, but we really just want to make sure that we are staying engaged with you, our congregation, obviously with each other as a staff, but really departmentally. We want to make sure that we're affording each other the opportunities to meet in our life groups and in our departments and whatever you were serving before all of this happened, or whatever you were interested in serving or being a part of as far as a small group before all of this happened. We want you to be able to continue doing that, and as this becomes, it seems, elongated, right? We don't want to fail meeting together as much as possible as the day approaches, which is from Hebrews chapter 10. We want to continue meeting together and fellowshipping as the day comes. And the day is coming, Pastor Mike. I know you know that, but we want to encourage you to stay engaged. So really, I just want to take this time very briefly to discuss the many things that our church is trying to do to ensure that the connectivity continues at our church. So Sundays, we're doing the same thing, right? Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., we have the Cameron Kids. That's on the Cameron Kids Facebook group. That's facebook.com/groups/Cameron Kids with a Z, K-I-D-Z. You can go and join that group, and there will be a video that posts every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. You can get in there and watch that together. And then we have our live streaming services at 10:45 a.m. Now, even, and correct me if I'm wrong, but even when we open up on June 7th, there will be two services, one at 9 a.m. and one at 10:45, but we will still be streaming, at 10:45 a.m. You could find that on our YouTube page. I will drop the links on this video as well, and we will also have it on our Facebook page, and just so many different ways to make sure that you can watch from home. If you're even if the door is open and you still want to stay at home and watch it, we're going to continue to provide that for you. Sunday evenings, you get to see our ugly mugs again, 5 p.m. In fact, what was your idea as far as small groups go virtually in using the Sunday night devotional?
Well, again, Jeff and I are doing each week's lesson at 5 o'clock. And again, we're trying to cut that down just a little bit so that it will maybe fit into an hour format for you. The reality of it is that you can do a virtual group anytime during the week that's good for you and your group. Some are just already doing it at different times. I think my group I'm going to try to do on Tuesday evenings at 7, just simply because we're accustomed to meeting on Tuesday night. We usually go visiting on Tuesday nights anyway. So hopefully others can do it. But you could do it on Sunday evening. You could do the lesson from 5 to 6, and then after that, or 5:30, and then after that, go ahead and do your virtual groups. And here's what we encourage you to do: contact your director, find out if there's any plans for your group to do a virtual group. And if your group is not going to do a virtual group and it's something you want to be involved with, then let me know. And we'll find a group that's meeting. Hopefully that it'll meet at a time that will accommodate your schedule. And you can just plug in with them until we're able to get back on campus. It's probably going to be maybe midsummer to late summer before we're actually going to be able to have classes back due to the social distancing. So it's going to be a while.
But there is a way to still engage. I know a lot of us don't necessarily like the virtual meeting type portion of it all, but we're not going to be having life groups and small groups when we first open. So it's better to have at least some way of staying engaged and connected than to choose not to at all. And I'm not trying to say that to condemn anybody that's watching this, but I want to challenge you. It's better than nothing. Instead of waiting until that opportunity to come together, I think that you will be more pleased by coming back with one of your, just fellowshipping with one of your Sunday school classmates or your small group leaders or whomever, to ensure that you're staying engaged. I know I keep saying the words engaged and connected, but that's what the church does even before coronavirus. Our goal is to stay engaged and connected, but even more so, when we have the technology to do it, let's see if we can at least learn how to use it before we just discount it. And speaking of Tuesday nights, what we want to try and do is have a women's devotional on Thursday night and your phone's ringing. You might want to get that over. It's okay. That happens when we do these things. So it just shows you that it's realistic, and we're trying to be down to earth. But we want to have a lineup not just for Sundays, but for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
Okay, just to provide people an opportunity to get back with their church. Tuesday nights, we hope to have a men's devotional on the men's Facebook group. That's facebook.com/groups/Cameron Men. And on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, we want to have a brief devotional. It might only be 15 to 20 minutes. Unless I get on there, it might be a little bit long-winded. You know how I can be. In fact, this week I will be doing the devotional on Tuesday night. But men, if you don't have to be a professional speaker, you don't have to be a preacher. If you have something on your heart that you want to share with the men, please contact me or Tim Krasinski, our men's ministry leader, so that we can just at least show you what you can do. You can just record a video on your phone like we're doing right now. We're recording this on the phone.
Right.
And there will be grace applied. It doesn't have to be a theatrical production. Because I have to say, the women, they've had like 3 or 4 in a row. Miss Sharon Moon is doing a great job making sure that she's motivating her ladies to get on there, and they're doing a devotional every Thursday night at 6 p.m.
Right.
So Tuesday night at 6 p.m. are the men. Thursday night at 6 p.m. are the ladies. Now, the ladies' Facebook group, if you're not a part of that, now hopefully, now listen, I am on the admin for that, and Sharon Moon as well, and I think a couple other people. There is an entry question for the men's group and an entry question for the women's group. And the entry question for the men, what do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Are you a man?
Oh, okay. Cool.
You know, so if you can't get automatically in the group unless you answer the question, and from there we can determine if you're a lady trying to get in the men's group, that's for the men's ministry, okay? Let us have something, all right? And we will vet people coming in. The same thing is true for the women's ministry. We don't want to let a bunch of guys in on the women's ministry. The only reason I'm on the admin team is just because of the whole Facebook ministry for the church.
Sure.
But I'm not going to be in there getting anybody's business. But either way, if you have it on your heart, if you're a lady, that's facebook.com/groups/Cameron Women. See, there's a theme here. It's facebook.com/groups/Cameron Kids, Cameron Men, Cameron Women. That's just an easy URL for you to gain access to those things. 6 o'clock for the men on Tuesday, 6 o'clock for the women on Thursday nights. If you are a man and if you're interested in doing that, contact me or our brother Tim Krasinski. If you're a lady and interested in leading a devotional or sharing your heart, please contact Sharon Moon. You can contact any of us on Facebook or through the email system if you'd like. And then, of course, Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock are our Wednesday night cool downs. And on those Facebook and YouTube lives, that's on Facebook and YouTube in live time, not pre-recorded, but in live time. We've done several things like Q&As, the question and answers that we just got done doing. It's our third one. It went very well. You did a good job. We also have different staff members come and share their heart. Brother Eric is always with Sister April and leading us in worship. And so it's a good time. So Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a bunch of opportunities to make sure that you're staying engaged. And then I got one more, Pastor Mike. I know I'm talking a lot, right?
No,
but
okay.
Saturday night, Celebrate Recovery participants can stay engaged with us because we have people that are sharing testimonies and sharing their hearts and devotion on our Cameron Baptist Celebrate Recovery Facebook as well. And that's Celebrate Recovery at Cameron Baptist Church. You can search that in Facebook and you can find us. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways to stay put. Obviously, our main effort and energy goes into our Sunday mornings.
Right.
That's where a bulk of our viewing happens. I want you to know those recordings stay on Facebook and YouTube until we take them down. And so if you happen to miss it, you can always go back and watch it. But here's the thing, Pastor. If you don't watch the live premieres or the live streams, you're not able to getting on the chat that's going on. If you're watching it after the fact, you can only comment and like, but you can't in real time interact with your church congregants. In fact, it might even be hard when we open the doors and we might see people with their phones out all over the congregation still chatting with each other.
All right. That's okay. We'll accept that. And probably maybe a week out before we actually launch back on campus here, we'll probably do another informational on Wednesday night on our cool down. Things are changing almost day by day. We're still waiting to hear from the mayor and the governor about a couple of issues that really have an effect upon the protocol that we have to put into place. So we'll try to keep you involved with that through announcements and things, especially before worship services and things like that. But I think that probably that Wednesday night before June the 7th, we'll take an opportunity and do a little informational meeting that night, and again, entertain questions and try to answer any of those.
Sure. Okay. Well, I appreciate you. I know that you're a busy guy, and we're just trying to make sure that we keep our people together. So, hey, we love you. We appreciate your faithfulness. Make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube. That's bit.ly/YT Cameron, or find us on Facebook if you haven't already, and make sure that you like our page so that you can get the notifications when we do these live presentations and things like that. Hey, we love y'all. Make sure you continue to use the hashtags CBC Lawton, hashtag together, hashtag no, grow, go.